One Zambia, one nation. A warm welcome to Zanis News. The headlines. Zambia to benefit from the 20 million United States dollars soil mapping project. First family donates to Dundumwezi. Plus, Zambia district in first ever nursing and midwifery school. Zanis News in detail. I'm Trust Pemba. Acting Director for Zambia Agriculture Research Institute, Dickson Nguni, has disclosed that Zambia will be among 3 countries that will benefit from the 20 million United States dollars soil mapping project to be undertaken by the USAID. Dr. Nguni was speaking when he paid a courtesy call on Northwestern Province Deputy Permanent Secretary Tredson Mulofwa in Solwezi. Details in this report.
To identify which elements the soil consists of is essential to know which crops and varieties fit every land plot better. It is against this background that the Zambia Agriculture Research Institute, with the support from the United States of America, will embark on soil mapping project across the country to ascertain which sort of fertilizer is expected to be used in each region according to the type of soil on land plot. The team from the Zambia Agriculture Research Institute is in Northwestern Province to share the idea.
As we are aware, PS, for a long time now, I think the last time we did soil mapping in Zambia, I can't recall when, but it was in the late 70s. And out of that work, I think we've been using the blanket application of fertilizers. Like globally in this country, where we have been saying for a hectare we need to apply like 4 bags by the kg and also 4 bags by the kg of urea, which perhaps to a larger extent, yes, this has been destructive to our soils, but also to biodiversity.
But you're coming in today to get back on the drawing board, to have these soils be examined and see which type of crop can be planted in these soils. I think this is the way to go. It is going to help us even to start minimizing the issue of fertilizers.
From the program, the soil laboratories in provincial headquarters are also expected to benefit in terms of equipment.
Laboratories will be capacitated, and also that farmers who have the knowledge of what they need in terms of fertilizers, they may just perhaps need compound D, but not urea, depending on the location.
Geoffrey Chomba from the Food Agriculture Organization FAO is also part of the delegation.
We are hoping that through the soil fertility and the nutrient mapping, we'll be able to make a contribution to the exam growth.
Reporting for Zanis News, I'm Chebun Swalezi District, Northwestern Province.
In health news, 2 structures, including a genset, have been handed over to the Ministry of Health in Mafinga District of Muchinga Province. Miriam Kumwenda reports that the structures include a mortuary and an incinerator for Tendele District Hospital Level 1. Here's a report.
Government has commissioned some Constituency Development Fund structures and equipment at Tendele District Hospital Level 1 in Mafinga District of Muchinga Province. The commissioned projects include a mortuary, an incinerator, and an industrial genset whose works have been done using the Constituency Development Fund CDF allocation.
This CDF could not have come at the time better than this. We just want to thank to His Excellency the President of the Republic of Zambia. Let's guard this facility jealously because it has been constructed at some colossal sum of amounts. This hospital has now a full bed capacity, an ultrasound, the X-ray machine.
Both the Provincial Health Director for Muchinga, Dr. David Swear, and Local Government and Rural Development Provincial Officer Adam Jere witnessed the launch.
Thank you so much, one more sincerely, to this wonderful gesture that you've given the Minister of Health.
Allow me to reaffirm our continued support as a Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development to all the subsectors that are extremely important to the development of our people here in Mafinga.
The traditional leadership and residents have thanked government for the development.
I'm here to witness the opening of our mortuary. From the look of things, where I've seen it around, it looks nice.
We are now happy because we are not going to be in a hurry to bury.
At this time that government has brought us this mortuary, we are grateful to President Hakainde Hichilema for this development. May he continue with the same spirit.
Also in the news, people of Dundumwezi constituency in Kalomo district of Southern Province have received various assorted items from the Face family. United Party for National Development Chairman General for Special Duties, William Banda, presented the items on behalf of the Face family. Here is a report.
The Face family has donated various items in the 8 wards of Dundumwezi constituency in Kalomo district. The items, worth thousands of kwachas, include ordinary chitenge materials, t-shirts, mattresses, umbrellas, and a wheelchair and crutches. Chairman General for Special Duties to the President, William Banda, made the donation of the items at Kasukwe School over the weekend.
Officially, I'm handing over to the provincial chairman, provincial charity, the district commissioner, the mayor, the wheelchair, so that it officially goes to our sister or our mother. Me and my colleague, we are handing them over to the provincial chairman, who in turn hand them over to the right people.
We are able to give you or to contribute to the dormitory 50 mattresses. We'll give you mattresses are ready.
The residents are happy with this donation. And Kalomo UPND District Chairperson, Mwemba Mwamvwa, thanked the First family for assisting people of Dundumwezi constituency.
Those who are disabled, even wheelchairs, and crutches. Party officials. Korumba maningi obumbotu yanda ali ombotu yea iwamba kupati pamuti iba ntuba kutundu mwezi iba na Kalomo district barumba maningi kumwasho wa first lady leza wapedora aluba ingi haba suba akupona.
Martin Mashekwa, Zanis, Kalomo in Southern Province.
The Ministry of Green Economy and Environment has launched the 2023-2024 National Tree Planting Season in Shibuyunji District of Central Province. Here's the report. Empowering local communities to become environmental stewards is a key pillar to mitigate climate challenge. Shibuyunji District joined the rest of the country to launch the 2023-2024 tree planting. Shibuyunji District Commissioner Alfred Shaputu graced the occasion, which was held at Mamvule Secondary School.
This year's theme, Plant a Tree to Enhance Food Security and Business Opportunities under a Changing Climate. It emphasizes the need to plant a tree, be it at individual level, institutional level, and community level, as the way of contributing to enhance food security and creating business opportunities under a changing climate we are facing.
Key stakeholders were also present to support the initiative and pledged their commitment.
We are committed as KCM to ensure that even as we affect the environment in terms of deforestation, we replenish the environment. So as a company, we have partnered with like-minded partners since 2010, and we've progressively planted 132,000 trees.
Ensure that the environment where we live is well preserved, is well taken care of, and also the environment in terms of deforestation is reduced as much as possible.
I'd like to thank the Forestry Department for providing over 1,450 trees to all our schools in the district on 20th October 2023, where tree planting was launched in schools. We shall ensure to monitor the management of trees in our schools.
Climate change and deforestation are some of the environmental challenges that demand urgent attention as they are affecting our community. Zanis reports in Shibuyunji district. Ikeleng Member of Parliament Elijah Muchima has handed over a 1x3 classroom block at Chifuafa Primary School. The school has been constructed using the Constituency Development Fund CDF at a cost of 1.1 million kwacha. Meanwhile, the Member of Parliament has also bought books for all enrolling grade 1 pupils at all the 44 primary schools in his constituency.
These are the main types of schools which were left behind by the previous government. However, the situation is changing for the better under the current leadership, which has prioritized development for all under the increased Constituency Development Fund, which currently stands at 30.6 million kwacha. Ikeleng Member of Parliament Elijah Muchima has since handed over a 1x3 classroom block at Chifuafa Primary School, constructed at a total cost of 1.1 million kwacha.
Ifukudalelu nami Debs ami MP na DNA muyaka ya muya PF chazotikanga ankani shirenu kunkanisha kwenda na Debs ankani shirenu kuya kudi kwejima ituna tabituna kwenderamo lama ni dumina zikida kulumbroko di mwashira hakayinde na kujisakirira nindi vote yenu.
So much is being done by government, the Honorable Minister, giving us classrooms, giving us desks, giving us teachers within this short space of time. So we shall have no excuse.
The MP has also bought books for all enrolled in grade 1 pupils at all the 44 primary schools within the constituency.
A grade 1 was a grade 1. We killing mwejima. A grade 1. Naturally nikanda. Ma books. Mwana kutia? Awakata tika amandi. Wasukura anda mkanda kuna
We continue to appreciate your government. We are equally a beneficiary of the national cake. And this is exactly what we are witnessing here. A modern school constructed in an area that people never expected would have such infrastructure.
The school authorities are happy with this development.
As you have earlier heard, we had challenges in terms of classroom accommodation. With the coming of this block, beautiful, we are really thankful to the government over the day.
The commissioned school comes with all the necessary infrastructure, such as desks and electricity, which was recently taken to the school by the area MP. Currently, Ikeleng constituency has 5,000 desks waiting to be delivered to the schools, which are yet to be commissioned. Zanis reports in Ikeleng.
Join us for more stories after this break.
Kolela ichumanyi kolela hi musongo wa kuhitisha munchu una kwachiki kumsongo wa kolela ukukata musongo wa kuhitisha na kusanza munchu yeniwo wahitisha nga menji adine menji alosu muyeji ukuma menji mu mujimba windi mulonga wa kushweza kuhitisha menji amavulu muyeji na twechu kufwa muji ora 10 na jiyadi ne kutambula kukewa kwa kubula kulumbuluka injilanyi mwa kutambwila musongo wakapota munene ikolela kuna menji akubula kushewa ichumbu hela menji amajilu kuda yakukwata na makasa amajilu hela kukosa yenga na menji amajilu kuda yakubula kubutewa hana kuwila anjinji kuda infuta yichuta inabuli kuhembewa chukwahi kuda yakuda inakulandishewa kunsanyi kwakwa injilanyi yaukang'echela musongo wakapota muneni kolela bwakati shenu menji enu akunwa hela shenumu yichumbu ya chlorine welenu kumakaseni na mulola na kuwela nawa kumakasa hanyuma ya kuzacha chimbushu tati shenu yakuda heno kanda muyidi bai kuda yakuda inakulandishewa kunsanyi kwakwa zati shenu chimbushu mpindi yejima bai kuzatisha nyingomu hela ipepa la ya njunju muna mwakunatila malabishi mwanene nenu anju anakudukwashila kuyimbushu hembeni chimbushu cha unyonji nawa chinakubutewa insangu yino anaileteliyu kudi akamutayi waipatela.
We continue with the news. Minister of Information and Media Permanent Secretary Tabo Kawana, who paid a courtesy call on the District Commissioner, Lawrence Mwanza, directed his office to work with the council to ensure that people stop drinking contaminated water from the identified sources. Mr. Kawana, who later toured radio stations, urged them not to allow people to use their platforms to divide the country through the hate speech. Details in this report.
Media, as some may refer to it as a fourth arm of government, has continued to shape the public discourse in the dissemination of information for people to make informed decisions about their affairs. Minister of Information and Media Tabo Kawana, who is on the Copper Belt province, together with the Independent Broadcasting Authority, took time to tour some media institutions in Ndola. Sun FM and television station was one of the media that was toured. Permanent Secretary reminded the media to continue being ethical to serve the nation better.
It's one of those stations that does not require to be reminded in terms of compliance. I think even in the heat of the moment, throughout election campaigns, heated as they get, this station does not fall culprit to a station that misbehaves by allowing people to come and preach hate speech, tribal hatred, and sow seeds of division in the country. And therefore, the kind of professional conduct that is espoused at the station is highly commendable.
Mr. Kawana is happy that visiting Sun FM and television station always brings back the memories of how they helped President Hakainde Hichilema to escape from cadres who wanted to attack him when he was in opposition.
We know that the great escape was from here. Yes. And therefore, even when we come here, it is like we're visiting, a monument, a historical monument. It is here that if your staff were careless, we would have had other news here. But the braveness that your staff showed here, running through our president, out through the roof, taking all that risk, but all in an effort to save him from the thugs that reign terror in this country. And today, he's sitting there and he's president. So we are very, very endeared to you as a station.
Sun FM television station manager commended the team for visiting the station.
The presenters themselves have been trained in such a way that they are able to detect malice. That's why we've kept it professional all through these years. Our editorial policy, the presenters are trained in that, and with the current dispensation, where we have radio and TV running simultaneously, we've sort of created another opportunity for other players like producers. So TV producers are now running the show alongside the presenters. So you have a two-way system of monitoring malice, which is the opan that is intended to cause havoc in the nation. So the producer is aware of who's calling, and also the presenter is listening out for anything, and they always mention that we do not promote hate speech.
The media's role in a democratic nation as Zambia is critical for the public to have access to factual information that brings unity and development. Tovini Ngombe, Zanis, Indola.
The prolonged dry spell being experienced in southern province has affected the performance of the maize crop. In some districts such as Gwembe and Sinazongwe, the maize is showing some signs of wilting due to low soil moisture induced by the dry spell. A team of government officers led by Deputy Secretary to Cabinet for Finance and Economic Development, Dr. Siazongo Siakalenge, are on the ground to appreciate the impact of the situation. Lakson Makosa was on site and filed in this report.
Zambia, like many other countries in the SADC region, has not been spared from the harsh effects of the El Nino phenomenon, which has characterized the 2023-2024 farming season. Southern provinces among the regions that have been hard hit as a result of the prolonged dry spell associated with the El Nino phenomenon. Findings from an assessment conducted by a joint team of officers from the Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit, Ministry of Agriculture and Meteorological Department, who were led by Deputy Secretary to Cabinet for Finance and Economic Development, revealed that some maize fields has wilted due to lack of rains. Among the districts visited by the assessment team include Choma, Gwembe, Namwala, Sinazongwe, and Monze.
The rains have not been coming. The crop has been affected at different levels due to a number of factors. The largest factor is that of low moisture in the soil. And the drought has not spared even the crop that was red castle and almost trying to form pods.
Despite the gloomy scenario, some maize fields still look promising.
What we've observed so far is that all the crops that are not on some kind of irrigation are under substantial stress. Loss of moisture content, there isn't adequate rainfall, and this really is a very telling story in respect of a potential wide-ranging food security threat for the country. So
the move taken by the government to undertake an assessment of the dry spell has been well received by the farming community.
Ani tulanto omwe ababalali besa abalo bali hikuti kugwembe guswa bantu so twalumbaga patino bantu amutu yeye kwa koma na maningi so ihula okuno kujo kotubede tia wakabotu maopwatalika kuyuma mumwi ingawabweza be amachezi wakwenya wamana wayashaula yakamuliro kabotu kabotu.
For now, people can only wait and hope it rains within the next 5 days, failure to which the maize will dry up. For Zanis, I'm Lakson Makosa.
Permanent Secretary under the Ministry of Defense, Norman Chipakupaku, has called on Tanzania and Zambia to come up with strategies that will enable both countries address mutual security concerns. Mr. Chipakupaku was speaking during the official opening of the second session of the Tanzania-Zambia Joint Permanent Commission on Defense and Security at Hotel Verde in Zanzibar, Tanzania today. More in this report.
The second session of the Tanzania-Zambia Joint Permanent Commission on Defense and Security has started in Zanzibar, Tanzania. The Zambian delegation, led by Permanent Secretary under the Ministry of Defense, Norman Chipakupaku, are in attendance. Mr. Chipakupaku, in his opening remarks, has called on both countries to come up with strategies to address mutual security concerns.
As we begin the officials' meeting, I wish to appeal to you all to deliberate freely so that we can find better strategies to enable us address our mutual security concerns. Too many of them in the region. For me, one of them is the Tazama pipeline to make sure that it's secure. Our two countries have continued to face various national crimes, including smuggling, human and drug trafficking, as well as illegal migration. You will agree with me, Chair, that, that smuggling has, for a long, long time, continued to rob us of the much-needed revenue. Therefore, let us all ensure that we come up with recommendations that will help us put measures to fight this vice for the benefit of our economies.
Tanzania Permanent Secretary under the Ministry of Defense and National Service, Faraji Mnyepe, says the Joint Permanent Commission is aimed at cementing some of the issues of bilateral cooperation between the two countries.
Honorable Permanent Secretary and delegates, recently the United Republic of Tanzania and the Republic of Zambia have signed 4 agreements during the state visit of Tanzania President, Her Excellency Dr. Zanis to Zambia through bilateral arrangements. Moreover, the United Republic of Tanzania and the Republic of Zambia will be conducting military training through the signed agreements.
The second session is being held at Hotel Verde in Zanzibar. Peggy Gutinu, Zanis News, Zanzibar, Tanzania.
In Muchinga Province, various stakeholders in Chinsali District have bemoaned the lack of an operational public library in the area. Muchinga Province Deputy Director for Basic Education Teachers Union of Zambia, Maklan Sichone, says the lack of a public library has greatly contributed to the low literacy levels in the district. Henry Lumpa Jr. now reports.
Since independence, residents of Chinsali district in Mchinga province have been depending on this mini public library under the local authority, which is now dilapidated and non-operational. The non-operational status of this facility has been a source of concern among stakeholders who have attributed the low literacy levels in this part of the region towards lack of a library facility. These stakeholders have since called on the local authority to treat the situation with utmost agency.
We need to have a proper library, a decent one. When we have a decent library, it means we are building a culture, inculcating a culture of reading. Because believe me, if we interview 3 children here, they don't know how to read. So we need to have a culture of the younger generation of how to read.
When you look at the library itself, it has outdated books. So there is need to look into that area so that the library is modernized and equipped with modern equipment. I think once that is done, the literacy level will be up, unlike this time.
Meanwhile, the Chinsali Municipal Council have since disclosed that the establishment of a modern library is underway.
Before the end of Q1 of 2024, the library services will be shifted to a bigger structure, that is a council premise, which is undergoing minor renovations as we await to leverage upon CDF.
The construction of a modern library here will indeed complement government's efforts in improving education infrastructure in rural areas. Henry Lumpa Jr., Zanis in Chinsali, Muchinga Province.
Government is constructing the first ever nursing and midwifery school in Sanford District in Wapula Province. The nursing school is being constructed using the Constituency Development Fund. Details in this report by Betsheba Katebe.
The construction of Bangolo Nursing and Midwifery School in Sanford District is progressing well. At least 80% of works have been done. Speaking when he inspected the facility, Sanford District Health Director Kadson Kawe says once the new nursing school is completed, it will help in addressing the challenge of low staffing level.
I think this nursing school is a game changer for us, especially the District Health Office, as will be, I think, training our local student, because what used to happen in the past, you find that the people that were employed were coming from other catchment area, other districts and other provinces. So to have such a beautiful nursing school, for us we are very, very happy, because we are going to give priority to the locals. This will actually help us in terms of beefing up the staffing level that we have in the district. I think we have quite a number of new facilities that are coming up under CDF, and we hope that once those facilities are done, we'll have students, or we'll have staff that can actually be produced from this nursing school.
Sanfia Town Council Chairperson James Kapilila was also part of the team that inspected the construction of Bangolo Nursing and Midwifery School.
So we're delighted to have this facility almost getting completed. This is the first facility that we'll have that speaks to the tertiary needs of this district. The district currently is boasting of having 32 health facilities are dotted across the district, and to that, some of those facilities are in the far-flung areas, others are in the wetlands, in the swamps. So it becomes difficult for our colleagues that are coming, that are born and bred in Lusaka, to be brought straight from Lusaka into our facilities that are in the swamps or in the plains. So this school is actually going to speak to us.
Barton Longwe is Bashon Engineering and Construction Director, the company that has been contracted to build the nursing school.
We are thankful for the government and Samfia Council for giving us this job. So the job really is about the construction of 2 classroom blocks, an ablution block and an administration block in the first phase. I think going by what we've done so far, we can say that we are between 75 and 80%. Most of what we're doing now are finishes.
Betre Bakatebe reporting for Zanis News in Samfya District in Wapla Province.
Well, that item brings us to the end of our news, but before we go, a reminder of our top stories. Zambia to benefit from the 20 million United States dollars soil mapping project. Face family donates to Dundumwezi. Plus, Samfya District in first ever nursing and midwifery school. That's all we had for you from our news desk. On behalf of the entire Zanis production crew, I've been your presenter, Trust Bemba. It's goodbye for now.